I'd like it known that I've been playing both mine and Elliott's Pokemon Go while we're moving through slow areas.
They quite often eat like chicken off the bone.
Yeah.
But eating Pokemon is not allowed because Slowpoke tail, remember there was that whole thing about Slowpoke's tails being a delicacy but people getting in trouble because they were eating Slowpokes.
Yeah.
Remember that? So are there real animals in the Pokemon world? Just normal cow?
I mean...
And like horses? Or
Yeah.
are there all Pokemon? And if there are all Pokemon, where does the meat that they eat come from if eating Pokemon is not allowed?
Well, if they're eating meat, then there must be real creatures.
Yeah.
We just never see them because they're not.
But why would you never see them?
I guess.
And that would be so confusing if when you fished,
Yeah, and they
for
inhabit.
Magikarp, you just get normal fish.
Yeah, they inhabit. There's not like different waters for Pokemon.
No.
Different fields for Pokemon than for regular animals.
Exactly.
I have at times held them both like this, catching the same Pokemon at the same time.
So like if you're going through a field and it's like wild Ponyta appeared, it wouldn't be like round the next corner horse appeared. And
Well,
could you catch a normal Pokemon?
So the original games,
Yeah.
I have this vague memory of the original games taking place like in the aftermath of a big war that killed off loads of the older generation and stuff
Of humans.
of humans. So like isn't that the reason that you
live with your grandparents.
you live with your mum? Is like she's a single mother
Right.
and you go off to like do your own thing, and like Professor Oak was a pacifist, he was a conscientious objector,
So he didn't go.
so he didn't go or whatever, so that's why he's still alive. But generally there's like no adult men around, and all the jobs are done by women, like Officer Jenny and
Yeah.
Nurse Joy. Do I get rewarded with double experience? No, but I am in fact 2 Pokemon trainers this week. So like maybe all the animals were killed by the war. Maybe there was horrible radiation that killed all the animals.
But maybe Pokemon are radioactive normal animals.
Yes, like SpongeBob.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he lives in Bikini Bottom, which is directly underneath Bikini Atoll, which was used as a test site for nuclear arms by the Americans in the 60s.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Bikini Bottom is named for Bikini Atoll, which was a nuclear
Nice.
test site, and that's why they're all weird. And they kind of look like real creatures, but they're weird and strange shaped, and they're intelligent.
speak.
Yeah, no, SpongeBob is a nuclear mutant.
Wow.
So maybe Pokemon are nuclear mutants.
Yeah, I think that's why. I think there was a big war that killed all the men
and turned all
of
the
Pokemon.
animals into Pokemon.
So they didn't evolve at that point. They just became
They just became
mutants
mutants.
with blaster cannons
Yes, they became
and
mutants.
fighting.
And so the meat that they're eating must be like the rations left over, or anything
Yeah.
that was slaughtered and saved, or like
Dead
in
Pokemon.
factories and stuff already.
Yes.
So at some point it'll run out,
Yeah.
and they either, as a society, have to become vegetarian, or
They have to eat the Pokemon.
they have to start eating Pokemon.
Yeah.
But maybe it's dangerous to eat Pokemon since they're radioactive
And then
mutants.
the humans will become evolved Pokemon humans.
Yeah,
And Ash will like grow scissors out of his arms.
yeah.
And like Wolverine, but actual scissors. And like then you can see the handles of the scissors coming through his skin.
Yeah. It's not for me to say whether that makes me the very best like no one ever was, but it's a possibility.